equally excited that you are all caught up on Game of Thrones.
Hell yeah.
Because now we can really break down this episode. This is season 8, episode 4. And man,
That's my dragon.
Was that Ghost or?
Try not to do that because the mic. For some reason, these mics are horrible today. They're popping.
Jumping.
Yeah, it's
But
popping.
I'm awake now.
And it can't possibly be us that are bad. It's the mics.
It's the mics. Yeah, whatever's going on, it's just popping. But the episode following up the Battle of Winterfell, which I love that episode. It was number 3, that is. And what do you? I mean,
It's
everyone,
turning into The Last Jedi, though.
How so?
You're not seeing the vitriol online? People are so divided with the Battle for Winterfell. It's
Really?
like, oh my God, it's The Last Jedi.
Why?
It was too dark.
We couldn't see it. Arya can't kill the Night King. The long night only lasted 1 hour. Like, what did they
Nobody
do
really
with
died.
Game of Thrones? It was awesome. You guys are morons.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know.
True story.
It's an opinion.
Yeah, I'm not going to go as far as calling them morons, but I do. But I think
Let's
it's.
cut to a clip.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that episode. I'm loving this season so far. And it's going down the path that I kind of thought it would. I knew that we were going to have this big, long scene, which is, if you treat this like a big movie, which it is, this last season, you get this big battle scene, and now we got to ease into it. And what they went from the tension, you hear Benioff and Weiss talk about it in the after thing, the tension in the room after like, how do you respond to just winning this big war? And then Daenerys kind of puts everybody at ease by promoting what's-his-face, and then everyone starts partying, drinking, having a blast. And it was a great scene. What did you think of that scene, the ballroom, and especially with Daenerys kind of clocking and looking at everyone geeking over Jon, and she's like, nobody cares I'm here.
Yeah. And then like Tyrion, she's like, you're not the only smart one.
Right.
I thought there was just like this like palpable tension. I was like, this is just because that's how we've come to expect Game of Thrones. Like, I don't trust any part of joy. I'm like, shit's about to go down.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was really good, and she's right. Like even Tyrion, you kind of see him starting to like, no, like she wants to do good things.
He's trying so hard to keep the love up there. Was she turned into the Mad Queen, do we think?
And they're like, all tyrants say that they're trying to help people, and I'm just like,
But he is doing his job, and I think it's very admirable that Tyrion is pushing back against people and saying, this is the person we decided to back.
Right.
This is what we chose. But I'm curious because it seemed like you showed support for her. In this argument, are you Team Dany or Team Jon?
Honestly, I'm not team either. I think Jon has really lost his backbone. Everyone's like, you're amazing. And then you like think, well, Arya saved us. Like what? I get that he's like honorable and good. And then like Sansa from left field that we were all bagging on before. And like, it's funny how she like, the
She had a
secret
great
5
line
minutes.
in this episode where
one?
had that not happened when she's talking.
I would know. I would still be that little bird. Yeah.
The Hound, by the way, crushed it in this episode.
Yeah.
Everything. It was like the Hound.
He's become the MVP of the
I
show.
love him.
He was
and
so
they're
good.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Would you leave me again? Probably. Like, it's so good.
The Hound and Arya, yes, but that Hound and Sansa scene when they're having that conversation, they're going. Throwing back, he's like you said, Josh, when he basically says to her, like there's a regret there to where he's like, if you would have come with me and all that, and she says, no, it worked.
I have chills again.
It worked. It was so good.
I want almost
Can't wait to
nothing
watch it
more
again.
than watching those two brothers go at it.
Yeah.
The Clegane Bowl.
I want to see the Hound rip the mountain to living shreds.
They're gonna kill each other.
Yeah. Both gonna die.
I just want it. I don't care if they both end up dying because I don't have to watch a season 9, so I can live without. I can live without the Hound.
Right.
I want him to bludgeon the mountain. Like, oh God, that mother effer.
Do you think we're gonna get the helmet off the mountain and we're gonna see?
Yeah.
We're gonna go full Anakin Skywalker, ugly Darth Vader.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, I mean
He's going to be really attractive, actually.
Yeah, so hot, blue and
I
hot.
do love that they put Arya and him back on the horses together.
Yes.
Was it back season 4? Is that whenever
3?
it was? It was 3
I
or
saw
4.
a lot of people in the comments or on different chats were like, why are they on horse? What are they doing? What are they casually doing on these horses?
They're leaving. thing. Who cares?
Just let them,
It's a television show.
So in
We don't take an Uber.
100%.
wait, so was she on the horse with him going into the Red Wedding? So that'd be season 2, right? Weren't they outside the castle together on the horses?
Yeah.
you're
Red
right.
Wedding, so season 2, right?
Is that long ago?
Right.
Jeez.
But when they go back, first of all, you gotta feel for Gendry because he gets laid.
Yeah.
He gets that magical. We've all been there when the magic takes over.
The Red
And
Wedding season 2, not season 3.
Red Wedding is end of season 2.
Season 2. Wow.
Yeah.
Still scarred from it.
Yeah,
Still
crazy.
scared. Yeah, because Rob Stark is,
Yeah.
So, but he
R.I.P.
gets that magical, you fall in love with the girl, and you keep texting her and nothing.
You're
You call,
beautiful.
you text, you
It was
call.
season
you
3,
text.
by the way.
Nothing. It
Sorry,
was.
it was
So I
season
was
3.
right.
Season 3.
Because the Purple Wedding was season 2. The Red Wedding is season 3,
yeah,
right?
because there's a picture of the Hound and Arya from season 3.
Okay.
But what was it? What
Oh,
were you
the
saying?
Purple Wedding is season 4? Wow. See, I did a rewatch and it's
Yeah.
still all blurring together.
Well,
oh
there's
yeah,
just
that makes
so
sense
much
though
that
because obviously
happens.
she's with Joffrey then. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Now that the comments are all screaming at us,
Wait,
continue.
okay. No. But I'm just saying, poor Gendry's out there. He gets on his hand and knees. But he's like, I'm no lady. And you're like, and then she gets on the horse with the
And
mountain.
takes off. But the thing, though, here's the thing, though, with
So
Arya, and this is
good
why I
to her
like
character.
Arya
Yeah.
more and more, because even though you knew she was going to let him down, there was no chance that she was going to say yes and become a lead. But she didn't get all cold on him right away and go, no, I'm not a lady. Take a look. She kissed him first.
Yeah.
She went down
It's
on
a
one.
good kiss,
She
too.
went down on
She
one
nailed
knee,
that
kissed
kiss.
him.
She likes him.
Yeah. She went down and kissed him and said, "You're gonna make someone really happy, but you're looking in the wrong
I'm not a
spot."
lady,
And you
yeah.
know,
you're looking in the wrong
it's
spot.
not like that jealous testing you thing
No,
that people
it's
do
not her.
sometimes, just saying no. Also, golden magical vagina Arya. Who knew?
That's the point
no.
I was making. That was the point I was making.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it like that.
Yeah. Well,
but
she
you
should-
could say
yeah,
it like
yeah,
that.
but-
Yes.
It was hard to watch that though. Like I
original
I
scene?
was one of those people that was like, but she's my little sister.
Yeah,
I
Like,
had-
but like, good for her. I'm not trying to be a cockblock or anything, but like,
No, I'm with you.
I
yeah.
had
I hear
a
you.
way easier time watching that than I did watching Jamie and Brienne. Oh, something about that just flipped me out.
I kind of loved it.
Me
I
too.
kind of loved it.
I kinda
It was
loved it.
awkward,
I
but I
was
kind of loved it.
flipping out just because you know that she can do better.
But it broke my
You
heart.
know she
but
can
it
do
broke my
better.
heart when
He
what's his
loves
face?
her
Yeah.
though.
Give me
Oh,
the-
Tormund.
When
It's
real.
Tormund comes over to come get her, and then he sees her and he breaks down. But one of my favorite scenes.
Love
he's
Tormund.
Me too.
He's
She could
so
be with Tormund.
But he's so upset, and he's like crying and complaining to the Hound, who couldn't give a shit,
Yeah.
right? And then new girls come over, and he forgets.
Yeah,
and he
it's
just goes.
gone.
He was, and
Okay.
all that stuff going on with him and Jon Snow. And where he, first of all, the admiration, and
Yeah.
then when they leave each other, he gives him a hug because he doesn't need to fight that battle.
No.
He's out at King's Landing. And everybody's been talking about it, and I was saying it when I was watching
He'll
it.
come back?
No. Jon Snow's my favorite character, and I love Jon Snow. Pet the fucking wolf.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, go pet the wolf.
pet
Say
the
goodbye
Needs
to him.
love.
I mean-
So he's your favorite character?
Jon Snow is.
Who's
yeah.
your favorite character?
Well, okay, so last night, the entire series, it has been Daenerys. Like, I've been
Same,
the biggest
and I'm
Dany
upset
fan.
right now.
Yeah, I know, and they are really... the situation with Dany and everything is really like tugging at my heartstrings. But I will say this: if you were in a fraternity in college, or you had one, every fraternity has a fat, crazy friend, and that's Tormund, right? Like every party has a Tormund,
Oh, yeah.
and
He's not fat.
He's huge.
He's
I'm
just a
not
big
saying he's
boy.
fat. He's just a big
Yeah.
man.
Proportionate.
Big boy.
No, we always have like a big bone
dude.
frat
He's the
guy.
big dude.
He's the big dude
Yeah.
in the frat. And he's like, "Yo, did you see what Thunder did last night?
Dude,
Guy chugged a 40."
there was a guy in my college we called Thor.
Yeah.
Because he was 6'5" and we could
You called
drink.
him Thor
We
before
called-
the Thor
oh,
movies?
way
Yeah.
before.
What a
Thor.
trendsetter.
Yeah, he was. They called him Thor.
And you had Tormund at like the frat party of Winterfell, the post frat party celebration. Like everybody's got
Spilling
their bids.
beer.
Ah!
Yeah.
So I did the last 2.5 seasons with Tormund. He's gone from just being this like huge ogre to the coolest dude on the
love that.
show.
Your
Yeah.
favorite character is Tormund?
Yes,
That says a lot about you too.
Yeah.
Who's yours?
Arya, always have been
Yeah.
Arya.
I love Arya, too.
Can't change, won't change.
And she's
I'm-
crazy, but I love her for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I dig her
She's had
so
a big.
much.
She had a great arc for sure.
Oh, the best. I mean, Sansa's had a better
Sansa's the
arc,
best,
and
yeah.
Sansa is like my newfound love.
Same.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
everything.
but see, the reason why I'm still
Boss.
sticking all my support behind Jon Snow is because I feel like Jon Snow's becoming, whether it's Avatar or Endgame, or he was the big popular character that everyone loved because you see what he did, and now because it's cool not to like him anymore.
Is it?
a lot.
That's how I feel about Danny.
There's a lot of people that feel that for Jon Snow, it's because a lot of what you just said, because he's overly good, he's too good, I see it all the time. Some people are like, oh God, if Jon Snow's sitting on the end of the throne by the end of this, I'm not going to watch anymore. It's like
you don't have to. It's over.
I like how good he is. I like that he didn't.
But what did he do in Winterfell? He stormed out, and then they all he
got on a freaking dragon.
That's not the point of a king. And
he got on a dragon.
I will say that I think it's a massive missed opportunity if Jon Snow is sitting on the throne at the end of this.
Safe.
I think it's a not great play. But before 2 weeks ago when we were reviewing, I said there's a 0% chance. The way that the show is going, there's not a 0%
especially last night. Let's talk about that too, because the politics of it. That's why Game of Thrones is also so amazing. Yeah, we have these great battle scenes, but it's the politics and the way that they execute the politics, which is just bar none.
Cersei last night.
Yeah, man. Last night, all of that, what they did.
Queen.
The way that they set that up with a secret.
I love to hate her
so much. Yeah,
let me ask you about the secret.
Yeah.
If you are Sansa or Arya, more likely Sansa, are you telling Tyrion or no?
If you're Sansa, you got to.
So if you are Sansa, you're telling.
She doesn't trust Daenerys. She doesn't. That's in her policy.
Yeah. Josh,
but betrayed her family after all that. And Bran, can we talk about how worthless Bran is?
There's got to be some kind of a payoff for Bran.
But are you telling if you're Sansa?
Oh, 100%.
Amy Rose?
It's really brutal because Jon is that guy that you want to keep the loyalty and the trust because he is pure. But her hatred for Dany, trumps her support of her
and
own
her
family.
love,
So
and
you
her
would
love
tell?
of the North.
I would like to believe that I wouldn't, but
Yeah.
Mark Riley?
And Tyrion is a good guy. You know, he really is. So if I was going to tell someone, it would be Tyrion.
What would I tell my family?
Yeah.
Basically tell Sansa and Arya?
No, not
No.
if you're Jon. If you're Sansa and you just
tell
found out, do you
Tyrion?
tell Tyrion after you promised you would not?
No. That went past family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's brutal.
I think
agree. I agree.
first of all, but you asked me if I was Sansa and all the stuff that she went through
Yes,
and the
and you
loyalties
would.
and what she's doing as far as she's got to protect the North. She is responsible for the North itself and her protection. She doesn't feel I can't speak it as this Christian watching like what I would do because I know everything else going on. She knows what she knows, and she's also a student now of Littlefinger and all the things that she's done as far as her goal is to protect the North. And her goal is to say, I know what Jon Snow can, whether he likes it or not, he's going to be the king. That's going to help me out a lot more than this girl. So yeah, I got to tell him. So
and
as
she
far
has
as
a right
that
to
goes,
not trust Dany. I mean, look what's happening. So
Dany's making really bad moves right now.
she's going on. She's just going on passion, and she's going on revenge, and she's going on anger. She's not doing what she did so well with strategy and listening.
But
what about
going
that
on-
last look? That last look of the episode where all the shit goes
she's
down,
pissed.
and her head's cut off.
And she's and because right before, and Sender's basically saying, light him up. And she's, all right.
That was such an epic scene.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to shoot Tyrion. I was like, oh my God, is this happening?
I'm surprised they didn't. Like, why didn't she?
Yeah.
Because that's what she wants him to watch his world burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
can see
it's
that.
all a mental game. And I think that usually right before something happens on this show, at least, I can usually predict what that is going to be. When Missandei is up there and she gets that chance for a final word, I'm just sitting there. It felt like an hour.
Yeah.
It was really
It
probably
did.
3
Yeah.
seconds, but I'm sitting there thinking, what is she going to say? I
Right.
had no idea. And when she finally says, fire.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
the,
I thought she was
like
going to
the-
push her,
the
though.
car.
I thought she was
I did
going
too.
to.
Me too. I thought it was
I
a
thought
push.
so too. It was perfect, and it was such a great ending to a character who has not gotten enough credit.
Yeah.
And she's been such an amazing part of this. And a lot of people now online are predicting that Grey Worm's going to actually be the one that kills Cersei.
Cersei?
I don't
Nah,
think
Jamie's
so because it
got
hasn't
that,
been
yeah.
a long enough of a story.
Right.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it is the fight now to who gets to kill Cersei.
Well, I think it's
That
got.
would be a good enough payoff.
They're setting it up with Jamie, or it could have been Tyrion, but I think they're setting up with Jamie last night, obviously, because when he leaves, and they're making you believe that he's going to go fight for her again, and that's definitely not the case. He's
But
going
then
there
why
to kill
didn't
her.
he just look at Brienne and say, I'm going to go kill that bitch?
Because he's
All
still
he said-
conflicted.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he tells you
I
what
don't-
he's done for her, and I liked that part. Like,
Me too.
I'm crazy as
Right.
Well, I stopped myself from cussing. This
Well
is so
done.
great.
You don't need
Hey,
to.
especially on this
I don't-
on this
I
show,
don't care.
on this
I
show,
just
you should be
wonder-
rewarded because I mean, we drop it all the time.
Do you
Do whatever you
think-
want to do.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Christian.
Do you guys
Live your
think
life.
that the way that I interpreted this is that Jamie is going to decide to kill Cersei, but what he wanted to do when he was leaving Brienne was to make it so that she was not in love with him anymore. So he starts throwing all these things out, like
Right.
I'm this bad dude.
I'm
you
rotten.
shouldn't. Yeah, so
I'm rotten to
that
the core.
eventually, I think he knows he's going to die. And I think he's saying, like, don't just move on. Forget about me.
And
Do
I
you
think-
like his arc? Do you think?
I do.
Yeah.
I think we went.
I do too.
Badass.
I think from where he started from season 1 up now, and then he
Yeah.
acknowledges it, and I think he's conflicted as far as when he goes back to his sister / lover. Is like, what's he gonna do when he goes back there? Like, because she's not
Especially
gonna,
if she's holding his baby.
yeah, him and Euron or whatever that guy's name is. They're gonna. He sucks.
There was a lot of
He
people.
sucks.
He's the
Yeah.
worst. But there was a lot of people last night that were like, "Why didn't Daenerys just light up the ships?" First of all,
Couldn't.
yeah, because the one is pointed at her, but there's also 8, 10 other ships that all
Right.
have it pointed.
Yeah.
She can't eliminate one without
She
getting killed by the other
tried.
ones.
You see her go
She
right
tried.
into
She
it,
tried.
and she has to
Because-
pull back.
That was
She
my
can't.
second
My
part.
biggest problem with that guy is that he is never real. Because
Right.
every time on the cannons or every single time he's never real. There's never a real moment.
Direction.
Totally, 100%.
Yeah.
It's not his performance. His performance is he's
doing the job.
what they're asking him to do. But he's my least favorite
He's
character.
one-sided.
Of all time.
Well,
Yeah.
and it's a bummer because I was going through all of the villains last night and making a list of the top 10 villains from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And right now, we are in these final 2 episodes. And other than Cersei, he's supposed to be the big villain.
Right.
And he doesn't make
Joffrey
the
was way better.
Totally. He doesn't make the top 10 list. And now we've got down to the final villains, and it's Cersei and him, and he's not even close to a top 10 villain on the show.
Maybe that's
And he
the
looks like
point,
Percy.
though. And he does look like Percy. Maybe that's the point. So Cersei can really be like that end-all, be-all enemy. I mean, it's going to be satisfying when Yara kills Euron.
Please.
I love Yara.
But me too.
Yeah.
But I think that if he were to overshadow Cersei, I think that would be a real tough part of the show. I think you're losing a lot of what Cersei is there as the big bad, the entire show.
Totally, but I don't want him to overshadow her. I just want him to be chill. Like,
Yeah.
just chill out, man.
Yeah, I think
Stop
you
making
still-
that face with
What
your
do you-
mouth.
Yeah, I think he could still be.
Some people might like that face, Roxy.
She could still be the big bad, and even without having him be such a he's a cartoon villain.
He
He's not
is, yeah.
even real anymore.
What do you guys think
When
about
he
the
finds
theory?
out she's pregnant.
Yeah, by Jamie's kid. By
But
Jamie.
he doesn't know that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. When he does. Maybe that's what. Maybe I think they're gonna fight.
First,
Those
two theories. Get your thoughts on them. One is that the baby inside is an imp that kills Cersei in childbirth.
In childbirth. I've heard
really
this.
interesting.
I've heard it a ton. It's a big theory that people have.
It's just not
And
too far away.
It's too far away.
Yeah,
she's not.
2
She's
episodes.
not that big. She's not that big.
Yeah.
we
Two-
don't know. There
Unless
could be a
she
fast
survives.
forward.
Unless she survives, and that's how she dies.
Yeah.
I would like it, but I think we would need another season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two.
I think everyone wants to see her die.
Yeah. Oh, everybody. She needs to die for the show to. Two. What do you guys think about the theory that the Westeros is in such debt that Tyrion goes back to whatever, gets all the gold and buys the Golden Company away from Cersei? That's like a thought that's probably what's going to happen in next episode. Is that he goes and offers the Golden Company more money because they're hired mercenaries.
Right.
They're whatever, and that's how he gets,
interesting. That'd
and
be
that's how he
cool.
gives him the money for Highgarden too.
That'd be
to
cool.
Bronn of
yeah.
That Bronn scene was pretty cool
Right.
though too.
That was
I liked
pretty
that
dope.
scene.
Bronn.
Do you guys think he would have actually shot him?
If they weren't going to pay up,
yeah.
he's been consistent since day one.
I like him a
Yeah,
lot.
me
He's a
too.
mercenary
He's a great
too.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's awesome.
I just like this sounds sick, but like I want more of our mains to die. I want more drama. Like
Yeah.
that you talk about what could happen, Cersei and all this, but like I don't think they're gonna speed it up. We want to see it in lifetime. We want this kind of payoff for how much we've invested
Right.
in these arcs. So like yeah, I want more madness, like that heart-dropping red wedding scene
Yeah,
where you're like,
right.
oh my god, and
Girl.
that's why I think a lot of people were upset with Winterfell and stuff because not a lot of our mains die.
All right, I'm gonna ask you. I'll give you 5 characters. Do you think they should be alive or dead? Sam.
By the end,
lot- by the end?
I'm
no,
done with
after
Sam.
Winterfell. after Winterfell. Do you think
so
Sam
at
should have
this
lived?
point,
yes.
Yes.
I'm done with Sam. I love him. He's a sweet guy, but like, yeah, I'm done with that.
Knowing what
storyline.
you know about last night's episode, okay?
Yeah.
So Sam should be dead. Kristen,
I'm okay with them living.
Live.
live.
Gilly
Live?
should be dead.
She's next.
You don't like that Gilly's pregnant?
I don't care,
Care about Gilly.
your little Gilly.
Oh, poor
Well,
Gilly.
that could be named
Dead.
John.
Sam should be dead.
My
Yeah,
guy.
I think,
I-
yeah.
I kind
it
of
would have added
agree.
a lot more dramatic
John.
stakes.
Yeah.
But why are you gonna kill Sam? Sam's been like the
Gilly.
He's a good guy.
But
But
you didn't need to die. Yeah, she loves Gilly. She loves Gilly.
Clearly
your
not a
favorite.
Gilly fan. Tormund, alive or dead?
Do not touch my torment. I love
Alive.
him.
alive.
Amazing, alive.
Yeah, I'm
alive.
okay.
Okay.
The answer to me is gonna be everyone should.
Grey Worm.
He should die.
All You're saying she's talking about Winterfell.
I'm talking about after the Battle
sorry.
of Winterfell. Yeah,
Okay.
I think he
There's
should have been
nobody.
dead.
I'll fast forward here.
No, 'cause that's
nobody
part of the
that
storyline now.
nobody that is alive. Do I think should have died?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they did it right.
Me too.
Because they're telling them a story. They're telling them.
I think Sam should have died for sure.
Yeah, well, they lit
In
up.
Winterfell.
They lit up everybody in that scene when they showed all the thousands of people. They really the scope of how many people they lost. But they showed you we did lose some big people. Like if you watch that show, we did lose some big people. Especially you looked at what some of these people meant. You look at
Jorah got me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that was a big death that worked for me
big
and
loss.
felt the stakes.
I think in the final 2 episodes, I need Sansa, Arya, Jon, Cersei, Tyrion, Dany to all be alive.
Okay.
For the last episode.
I need them all to make it to the final episode.
yeah, I'm with you on that.
Bran can eat dust. Don't care.
Bran.
But we're gonna lose someone important, or we're not gonna have that
Bran.
emotional connection.
No.
Well, he's not important.
Yeah, next episode you mean?
Something
Yeah.
has to
Gilly.
happen with Bran. There has to be a payoff with Bran.
You don't
for
think
this
it's
to make
over?
sense.
I thought
don't
Bran's
want-
payoff. I thought Bran's payoff was with the Night King.
I
I think it's
don't
over.
That
want
was
it
so
anymore.
lackluster. Arya saves the world. He's like, nice work. It's just like
I don't think.
Oh,
I
yeah, what
think
about
we're.
Theon, by the way? Theon, the fact that he was gone, I think
I
that,
liked his redemption story.
But when they showed him last night on that episode, it's like that got me. That one got me also.
The only Bran moment that I've ever cared about happened in this past episode, though, where somebody says to him, I'm jealous of you, and he says, why? I mostly live in the past.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, that does bite, bro. Like,
Yeah.
fine.
I don't
finally,
want,
yeah,
right? He's like, I don't.
I
I don't want you
You
alive.
guys, you guys are vicious. Everybody hates Bran. I don't
No, I
mind Bran.
don't.
He's
He just,
boring.
he's just, your
telling
siblings
you guys,
are Arya
something
and
is
Sansa.
going to happen.
I want
I'm
it
telling
to.
you,
Yeah.
You
Bran
think so?
sent those ravens out. There's something is going to be a payoff for
Yes.
Bran Stark. There absolutely is.
Are
There's
you
no way that
only
they waste
saying
them this long.
Are you only saying this because you want him to be beloved because you have a picture of yourself holding him?
Isaac Hempstead, right? Definitely, 100%.
That sounds disturbing and intriguing.
So at Comic-Con,
the PR people did not like
They
it.
were not a fan. So the story goes, I was at Comic-Con a few years ago, and he was doing promo for Box Trolls because he's one of the voices in
Okay.
Box Trolls. And so everybody's interviewing him. I'm doing the one-on-one.
Hodor had been carrying him.
Hodor had been carrying him that season. So I was like, hey, dude, I want to carry you for the picture. He's like, yeah.
No.
He jumped in my arms, and all the people were like,
Is that what happened? 'Cause
that
I
makes
remember,
me
I
really
remember,
like him more. I take it all back.
From what I remember, what you told me originally
Yeah.
was that he did not know you were going to pick him up at first, and then you started picking him up, and then he just went with it.
yeah, pretty much.
Because that was the one where the PR was like, "What are you doing?"
like that a lot.
You're so in the wrong in this situation.
Totally.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying I'm
no.
not.
He said it at the time.
Oh,
He was-
yeah.
He's like,
Don't touch me.
No, but he went to pick him up, and then the kid just went with it
Yeah.
and jumped into his arms. And then the PR's like, "What are you doing?"
Alex, I'm gonna find the picture and
Please
you
do.
can
Find
drop it for
See if
you.
we can find that. But that was a while ago. But anyway, going back into just the fact that Jon Snow wasn't there. Oh no, we got to talk about the dragon. The fact that the
Right.
dragon. Because when
He
those
went
dragons
down so fast.
and hard, man, like when the blood
So many theories out online about the dragon, though, about the
turning
dragon
it into a
being-
sea creature or something, right?
No, that also, but that the dragon
be
being
cool.
pregnant. People
Oh,
think
is
that
that
the
where
dragon was possibly
is that what
pregnant.
Euron's looking at in the trailer? You think?
That there's dragon babies that have now been born and are
Wow.
like coming out of the water.
Something's going
That
on.
would make it a lot more interesting. For
Yeah.
sure.
Something's going on because he, like you said in that trailer, that for next week is that they look terrified about something
But
coming in.
I think from that trailer, all that's coming is Drogon.
That's what you could think, but
Yeah,
but
maybe not.
Some of the theories that I had seen was that it's not, that it's something else that came out of that water.
I couldn't believe how quickly they killed that dragon off.
Quick.
I mean, that's one of
Yeah.
the biggest deaths we've ever had. And
know.
boom, down.
What's funny about that is that I only thought we had Drogo left.
That was
I
sort
thought
of the
Drogon was the
prediction,
only
though,
one
right?
left as well.
Yeah, I thought he was the only one left.
Because it's at the end of Winterfell, you
Right.
see that he's alive.
Right.
And it's like, oh, we still have one.
Now we don't.
Okay, so question for you, because in the history of the show, the finale is not always the big crazy one. It's like the second to last, the third to last. So
Right.
do you think that they're going to save all the drama for the final episode? Or
Yes.
so you think it's going to keep building?
I think we'll get some big moments in the next episode for sure that leaves us with a, oh my God, to where you have to tune in.
Yeah.
Not that you weren't in the first place, but because they're going to give you something really big,
And leave
but
it
all the shit's going down in
on
the
the
finale.
last.
I think that next episode,
And then we're going to
might-
need a support group and hug each
Yes.
other.
the penultimate episode might be the best episode of all time. I
Think so?
I think that they might really, and then the last one might be a little bit of cleanup, like figuring out politics of
Yeah.
who, what, how.
It happens with the show, you know?
I love the season so far.
Me
it's,
too.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
And again, it's an opinion. If you don't like it, that's fine. But I don't get it.
Yeah, well, there's some
I
people
don't
I think
get
that
it.
are just looking to hate it in the first place. It's
Something
not.
new for fanboys.
Yeah, it's just
Or they
it just
don't
happens.
believe that this is what the books would have done.
Right.
You know, I
We're
understand.
well
if you're,
past that now.
I
You
know.
know, so
I don't feel that way, but
Let me ask you a question about that with the books, because is George R. R. Martin going to is he continuing to write the books?
so supposedly.
supposedly that's been the whole thing.
Yeah,
but
he's supposed
it's
to
like,
finish soon,
Yeah.
but then he keeps pushing it back.
Right.
Yeah, because that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
they've
It's
been
like-
in communication, Christian. There's definitely, it's not going to be like he veers so
No,
far.
I know. But the reason I asked that is because when he writes the books, it's that how. Yeah, I'm curious if he's going to go away from what they did in the show.
I don't think that they were able to make a decision. I think that this was a collaborative process.
Totally.
I have no basis. I didn't
Right.
hear that, but you would have to assume they sat him down and were like, what was your arc? Especially when they talked about how Arya was going to kill the Night King. They knew that 3 seasons ago.
Right.
There's no way that conversation didn't take place. Like,
sure.
oh, we're going to have it be
He's
Arya.
like a
And he was like,
consultant.
no.
And that's. I'm not saying he's not involved anymore. What I mean is when he finally writes the books, is it because he doesn't have to base them around what they do in the show. So
Right.
is he going to show us, like, maybe because that's his opportunity? If he didn't, let's say he hates everything that they've done so far, which we don't know if that's true or false. But let's say he hates it. This is his opportunity to say, "This is what I would have done. This is what they would have been able to do if they would have followed my stuff." I wonder if he's going to do that.
I think
at
that
all.
would be fascinating
Yeah.
as, you know, someone who's been so devoted to this, but it would also, because people, you just can't please everyone. Some
Right.
people would be like, oh, this was so much better, stick to, you know, what you already wrote. And other people would be like, okay, we were gypped, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's always going to be divisive.
What do you guys think is going to happen when Jon finds out that Sansa told Tyrion? Do you think it's going to push him more towards Dany, or do you think he's going to stay with his?
He's Mr. Forgiveness, you
Yeah,
know,
he
like
always
he's a
is.
sweet, loving human. So I don't know if that's going to cause much uproar. I think it's going to be on the other end of things.
I
Yeah.
don't know. The fact that she promised and he looked at her so seriously,
Yeah.
I think it's going to cause him a huge pain. But also, here's the other thing that we're not dealing with. You're still, and I know I'm the incest queen, but we're still.
You sure you want to go around?
Trust me.
You don't know the conversation
No.
we had with
I
this.
probably don't want to.
Yeah, you don't think you want to.
Apparently, I'm pro incest, so you know it is what it is. But the way Dany's looking at this, she's chill AF about it. She's
Right.
like, "Fine, I'm banging my nephew. Who cares?" There's no way he's chill with this.
No, did you see the Benioff and Weiss stuff? What they talked about?
Yeah.
They talked about it at the end of the episode. They
I,
said
d-
that.
I watched the thing. What
So what they said was that she's like everything that basically you just said is that to her this is something that
Targaryen.
Targaryen. They've been
Right.
like through her lifetime she's seen it, so it's no big thing to her. She's like, yeah, you're my nephew, so what? Let's do it. And he's like, that's weird. I'm out.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I trust the love anymore because she's so hungry for
Yeah.
power. And
Yeah.
I think by keeping him in tow, it's kind of like her allowing herself to keep rising. So, like, it didn't feel very real.
Yeah,
But
she's
when
also
he's-
lost her support system.
Yeah.
The reason why
Except
she
Tyrion.
Varys.
and even Tyrion
He's
now though
Tyrion.
Tyrion
well,
is
now that he knows, yeah.
right. Tyrion is at least put in a position to where he's got to fight. He's fighting
Yeah.
for her still.
He's
but
trying to be honorable, but it's conflicted.
He's in a position to where it's. She used to have this solid support team.
Right.
She just got one of those head just got cut off, and her boyfriend is in cuckoo land now.
Yeah.
And she's now she lost one of her dragons.
Yeah.
She is not in a fit state
No.
right now. So she is looking to kick some ass and not worrying about the end game like she did back in the day. So Jon Snow
Which
has
is going to
always-
be her demise.
I
Yeah.
just don't know when she looks at him and says the way for us to stay the same is you to not
Bend the
tell them.
knee, yo.
Is he almost saying like, no matter what, I'm not gonna be with you because you're my aunt, bro. So I'm gonna tell them.
I didn't
'cause-
get that from the conversation.
So you think he would still hook up with her?
I don't know because that's another thing that they
Yeah.
mentioned. They said that it's in his head.
it is in his head.
It's in his head. He
which
still
is
loves her.
great. It makes me like John a lot more.
Yeah, he still loves her, but it's
Yeah.
in his head. Like it's like that the fact that he's got to tell his family. I mean, he's got a lot going on right now, and because the thing was, he stayed true to his word because that's why everyone else is saying, well, we're not fighting this fight. We're out. Me and Gilly are gonna raise our family. You do what you got to do.
How cute.
But he's out. He's like, no, I gave her my word, and we're out there to fight this
What's
fight.
the point of that? If we're gonna name it John, I hope it's a girl.
Because that's just like a funny
his,
thing to say.
his humility again. It's just him like never wanting to be the one in power,
Right.
and that's why everyone loves him and rallies behind
This is
him.
foreshadowing. We're gonna end up seeing Gilly's goddamn frickin' John kid.
What was that?
God.
Oh. Okay, listen. We
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.